In the eerie town of Ravenswood, nestled amidst ancient forests, stood a long-abandoned cemetery, rumored to be haunted. It was a place of endless ghost tales, whispered between the town's inhabitants. One frosty October night, 5 audacious teenagers, Ethan, Mia, Olivia, Jake, and Riley, decided to test their courage against the chilling lore of the Ravenswood Cemetery. Armed with flashlights, their youthful bravado, and a hint of underlying fear, they crept through the wrought iron gates of the graveyard. As they navigated through the labyrinth of crumbling tombstones and gnarled trees, an unnatural hush fell over them. The moon hid behind the clouds, casting long, dancing shadows that twisted and turned with the whim of the wind. Suddenly they stumbled upon an ominous, decrepit mausoleum. The once grand stone structure was now covered in ivy, and its large wooden door creaked open with a chilling invitation. Ethan, the self-proclaimed leader, dared the others to enter. With hearts pounding, they stepped into the musty darkness, their flashlights piercing through the gloom. Inside the mausoleum, they found a disturbing sight, an open crypt. Its once sealed cover lay broken and discarded on the floor. As they hesitantly approached it, a gust of frigid wind blew out their flashlights, plunging them into absolute darkness. Panic seized them as they fumbled to reignite their lights. When they finally succeeded, they found themselves surrounded by ghostly apparitions, the spectral residents of Ravenswood Cemetery. Their translucent figures floated eerily in the dim light, their hollow eyes fixed on the trespassers. Paralyzed with fear, the teenagers watched as the ghosts began whispering among themselves, their voices carrying the pain and sorrow of a long-lost era. Then a ghostly figure, distinguished from the rest, emerged. Dressed in the attire of a 19th century judge, he addressed the terrified intruders. "You have disturbed the peace of our eternal rest," his voice echoed ominously in the confines of the mausoleum. "Now you must face the trial of the damned." Suddenly the mausoleum transformed into a spectral courtroom, the ghosts taking their places as an ethereal jury. Each of the teenagers was accused of their deepest sins: Ethan's arrogance, Mia's dishonesty, Olivia's envy, Jake's greed, and Riley's deceit. As they confessed their faults, tears streaming down their faces, the spectral judge spoke once again. "Acknowledging your flaws is the first step to redemption. Learn from this and let it guide your actions in life." With those words, the spectral courtroom faded away, leaving the teenagers alone in the once again empty mausoleum. They hurriedly exited the mausoleum and the cemetery, the spectral voices fading away behind them. Back in the safety of their homes, they pondered over the spectral trial. The horrifying encounter had shaken them to their core, pushing them to confront their worst traits. The ghostly trial was terrifying, but it served as a much-needed reflection on their actions and behavior. The night at Ravenswood Cemetery became a chilling memory for the teenagers, a terrifying tale they carried through their lives. However, hidden within the horror was a lesson they would never forget. As they matured, their frightening encounter at the cemetery shaped them, their spectral trial becoming a guiding force for their growth. Their terrifying experience morphed into a story of self-realization and redemption, a horror tale with an unexpected twist.